Hey guys, a little free-handed action, so don't be too picky about the jumpiness. Basically, just trying to show a little bit about how dirty and rough that transition is from the bottom of the valve seats into the ports. So the first thing I'm going to work on is my bowl cut. Then we'll work on bowl blending. And I'll try to get a little bit more footage here in a minute once I get some more work done. Hey, I wanted to share how rough and how uneven this is. All right, when you see this type of situation going on right below your seat, see that big gougey area right there? That is left over from either the factory or possibly this head may have had a valve job on it at some time in the past. But what's happened is they've had what some people refer to as a hogshead tool that does your valve job and all the cuts all in one plunge. What's happened is their tool wasn't, I don't want to say it wasn't adjusted properly, but when they did their valve job, the tool came down in here and really gouged and undercut this back side of the bowl or the port. So my job is to go in there and try to get that all smoothed out. There may, because you don't want to take a ton of material off of this back wall. Think of this wall as a ramp. That air is going to be coming in this direction. So you want it to take as least of a curve as it can to get into the actual cylinder. So the deeper this ends up being, the more severe the turbulence is when the air tries to turn into the cylinder. Hope that makes sense. But I just wanted you guys to see, in the middle of doing this rough cut for my bowl cut before everything was blended, how you see the seat, you see the bottom of the seat, the beginning of the port, and then you see all this undercut crap, which is in every cylinder so far, or I'm sorry, every port or bowl so far. I'll even move you over to the one next to it, hopefully not make anybody sick, so you can see it's an undercut situation where they have run the tool down in there and put a big ridge or cut into the cylinder head that's, it's not detrimental. I'm not saying it hurts the head, but it shouldn't be there. It doesn't need to be there. It has no purpose. So anyway, I just wanted to share that as I was getting into this bowl cut, because, these heads are pretty rough. But we'll get them clean. We'll get them tuned up. What do you think about that? A little bit of an update. I got all the bowl cuts complete. I've started the blending process, starting out with the intake side because it's a little bit easier to get to. I went with a 1-inch 742 bowl cut on the intake and a 1.34 bowl cut on the exhaust. So now I just got to work with coming across all these and get them blended. You can see where I've started getting rid of all those severe undercuts and making a blend straight into that back wall where I did my bowl cut. So things are coming along pretty steady. I just got to stay diligent and keep grinding. Okay, here's a progress update. We've managed to make a huge mess. That's no surprise. But I've got all my rough cut done. I've got all my bowl cuts done. Good majority of the blend. I've got all the guides rough cut in the shape I want. The first thing you're going to notice is I'm leaving the ramp. I didn't even talk about this before. The reason why I'm leaving the ramp is because I'm not wanting to go over 205, not more than 207 cc intake runners. I'm trying to kind of hold back a little the intake runner volume, kind of like the trick flow. What do they call that? The 205X head, where they don't put a huge runner on these heads that are intended for a 4.8 to 5.3 engine. So basically what I'm doing is doing my percentage bowl cut, blending it fully, completely shaping the guide the way I want it on the intake and the exhaust, but I'm going to leave that little ramp in there to help me with a little bit of low speed velocity and a little bit of throttle response. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I was on my rough cut and everything and getting my guide shaped. Both heads are equally finished. So then I will keep working at them and give you a little more update in a little bit.